you. We are going to talk about Comic Con in Baltimore! So we went to Comic Con.
And I went Saturday, Brooke went both days.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Catwoman couldn't be there, so we were missing our last siren.
But yeah, and then we've got these awesome costumes on.
Okay, so I was Poison Ivy, obviously, and Brooke was Harley Quinn.
And I was Harley Quinn. It was very, very cool. We had a great time, and we got to meet a ton of the different artists that we've been following and reading.
It was
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah, we got quite a few treasures. Well, here's the official planner.
Yay.
Yay, for the Comic Con. And then I had all of
Brooke
this.
got so much signs.
These are all of the issues, which is crazy. And then these are all of the books, which is pretty cool. We had to do a couple drops over in the car in order to get everything signed.
So one of the guys that we were really excited to meet was the author and illustrator of Mouse Guard, David Peterson. So he was there. Brooke got all 3 of her books signed.
Yeah.
It was really awesome because he took the time to talk to us a little bit, and he drew a little mouse in the cover of her book.
He did.
He drew a little mouse in the corner next to his signature, which was really cute. He was really nice. We both bought prints from him, which was fun. So I got one with the black axe on it. Very cool. And then Brooke got one with the Mouse Guard flag. It says it matters not what you fight, but what you fight for.
I really like meeting him. He was very fun. We also had our favorite Stuff of Legend. Yeah, so the Stuff of Legend guys were there, and they had a jester that was
dressed up like a jester.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
It was very fun. Yep, so they had a guy dressed up like a jester. And then they signed the inside cover, and then Charles Paul Wilson III did like a little
drew
tiny...
a little duck. Yay,
yeah,
quackers!
And they were really cool to meet too. I thought they were very nice. And
very nice
the second day, my brother and I went up to them and started talking. And we talked to Charles Paul Wilson III about Robin. He's a big Batman fan. So we talked about he's a fan of Damian Wayne, which I'm a fan of Damian Wayne. So he was really upset when he died, and he wasn't a fan of Tim Drake either. So he and I had a lot in common. It was really fun to talk to him for a little bit about that.
And when I was there on Saturday, we were talking to him, we asked him about his inspiration for the Boogeyman, and he talked about how he had a few different sketches, and how one was just like way too dark and creepy, and he wanted it to be creepy, but he's trying to find like a happy medium of, too creepy and not creepy enough, but I think he did a really great job.
I'd say he also wanted to make him like amorphous, like just come out of the shadows kind of things. So that's why a lot of times you see the shadowy things. And he also wanted him to kind of change his face a little bit too. I think he said in a couple scenes, if you look really close, like his expressions and like certain things about him change throughout. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then we also met Amanda Connor.
So she was the illustrator behind Silk Spectre. So that was really awesome because we talked to her about Watchmen. We talked to her about her upcoming projects a little bit with Harley.
Oh yeah, so she's going to be doing a Harley series. This is the poster that I got from her. Yeah, and so she's going to be doing Harley Quinn in her standalone series, which will be fun because that hasn't happened in a little while.
Yep.
So we were very excited about that. And then of course she was signing Silk Spectre things, and we talked to her a little bit about her character design and costume.
Yeah. For every hour and a half she spent drawing, she spent about 3 hours of research time just about the city, about San Francisco where it takes place, about the clothes, comparing what the storyline that she was working on versus the original Watchmen, just to make sure everything matched up and was cohesive. So I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah, and you can really see the cohesion at the very end.
You can definitely tell. It just transitions so seamlessly.
It does. And she also said that she never did any type of illicit things in the past, but she said that she did talk to people who had done the same things that Silk Spectre did in that. Granted, it's taken... Yes, acid.
If you haven't read it, there's a couple of pages where there's this huge acid trip scene, and it looks really awesome.
It's ridiculous. It's so cool.
So it's really well drawn.
Yeah, it's really well drawn. And so we asked her about that, and she asked some of her friends or some people that she knew that had done it, what it would be like. And she tried to illustrate it through their descriptions, as well as doing some research on YouTube with different government projects, just watching people's reactions.
Apparently LSD was government funded, or the research behind it was government funded initially.
Yeah.
So we learned a lot from Amanda Connor.
Just behind Nightwing.
Eddie Barrows.
And
So he came all the way from Brazil to come to Comic Con, which we really appreciated.
Yeah.
So he was really cool.
It was very, very nice. And we got all the Nightwing, I got all my Nightwing issues signed, as well as, he had some prints as well. And he was doing some commissions, which were really highly detailed, very expensive as well. So I didn't get any commissions, but maybe one of these days. You see on Batgirl, where she looks really creepy and he drew that cover.
Oh.
Which I didn't realize.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he drew that cover, and that wasn't even the original cover. He actually had another cover that looked pretty creepy too. She had this crazy mask on, and it was really scary. And DC thought that it was too much. And so then they went with the second cover, which is equally very creepy. But
still creepy.
Yeah, so then we saw a guy that ended up buying the original Batgirl cover, which is pretty cool. It was like $300 or something. Yeah, but I thought it was neat that wasn't the original cover. I had no idea. Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, always learn something new at Comic-Con. Oh, all right. Bill Willingham is a ham.
He's a total ham.
We love him. He did the work behind Fairest, which was this series that we followed, and he was hilarious. He even went back to line. He was like, "Oh, excuse me, guys, I'm flirting for a little bit."
Sorry, I'm flirting. He was funny. He signed all of Brooke's different covers, and he wrote little speech bubbles off of some of the characters' faces and had them saying like different things, which was really cute.
It was great. And then the second day he recognized me and pulled me aside again. My brother kind of looked over and he was like, "Who is that guy?" And I was like, "Oh my god, it signed yesterday." So he called me up and he was like, "Listen, Willingham, he's the other guy that does Fables, and he was 2 booths down." And so it was really amazing. There was tons of Fables people there. We didn't get to go to their 2-hour panel, but
they had a panel.
They did. They had a 2-hour-long panel. So if you were a Fables fan, Baltimore was the place to go.
Definitely.
Yeah. And when we went up to his booth, he was like, "I'm trying to get minions." He was like, they're all helping out, because there's a couple people behind the tables helping them out. He's like, they're all helping out Mark over there. None of them are helping out me. Will you be my minion? Will you come back here to this table and tell Mark that you are my minion? I'm like, sure. And I did. I went back to his table, and he was like, "Go over and tell him." And then Mark shook my hand. He's like, "Well, I hope you know that, this is a very dangerous endeavor that you're undertaking, being Bill Willingham's minion." And I was like, "Oh, I just had to take that risk." So they were hilarious. So that little section of Comic-Con was a very funny, happy place to be.
They were fun to meet. They were a lot of fun to meet.
And when we went to go get Adam Hughes' signature, his assistant that was with him made the comment, she just started laughing as he's like as Adam Hughes is signing the Ferris covers, and she was like, "I just can't get over what Bill Willingham just wrote on your covers right
Adam
there."
Hughes is just like,
he's just like, "I'm just gonna keep on signing." Legends of Oz, and I just got the Wicked West series. Obviously, I just got them yesterday, so I haven't gotten a chance to read them just yet. But yeah, I saw their booth. I was actually looking for the Grimm Fairy Tales cover artist, because they're like, "Oh, go over there to Big Dog Inc. and see if you can find her over there, because she did the cover." I ended up not getting that signed because I wasn't sure who was who, but I saw the Scarecrow ones that we did the review about sitting on the table. I'm like, "See,
these people are here."
Yeah, I was like, "Is the artist and the author here?" And they're like, and it's like, "That's me." And I think they were really happy, because a lot of times with like indie comic people, larger names people will recognize, like Neil Adams and all those kind of people recognize when they're with DC and Marvel, but when they're like Big Dog Inc., like not a lot of people are like freak out over their stuff, and so they were really happy to sign my stuff and kind of excited when I was reading it.
If you guys haven't gotten a chance to pick those up, definitely do, because they're awesome.
It's really good.
Yeah.
The Forever Eagle people were there. I have not gotten a chance to crack this open again. Comic-Con this past week has been crazy.
I read it. It's really good.
Awesome.
Careful, there's a full open page in the middle. Don't tear it. But it's
there is.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome. So it's cool.
Yeah, and I got
really dark.
Oh yeah, I got David Finch to sign it. He was there. His line was really long.
His line was really long on Saturday, so I didn't get to see him, but
yeah,
it was better Sunday.
It was better. They did commission like 10 signatures, commission 10 signatures, because with him, for his artistry, people drop big. I saw a guy for a sketch drop like $150 for a sketch on the front cover of one of those blank covered ones.
Wow.
Yeah. So I understand that he had to spend a lot of time doing it, but it was really sweet. My brother and I got a picture with him because he did the Batman the Dark Knight, not the Mad Hatter series, but he did like the Volume 1 Night Terrors before that.
Oh, okay.
So he signed, he addressed that to us, and it was very exciting.
Oh,
I was
that's so cool.
Yeah, he was really sweet. He was so nice.
Yeah, he looks like a nice guy.
Yeah, and as well as the Maryland DC covers.
Yay.
Yeah, he got to sign those too.
That's
I was really
awesome.
stoked. Like before Watchmen, haters gonna hate, but we liked them for the most part. So let's see.
J.G. Jones is there, who's the artist from The Comedian, and he was the one who asked us, right? He asked us if we liked the Before Watchmen series, if we were like, I don't know, but I mean, I really liked it. You know, I read the book was one of the first comic books that I had ever read a while ago, so I don't know. I think it's really cool that they're doing this Before Watchmen.
I think so too.
So it was cool to meet him and then Amanda Conner later. So
yeah, that was super nice.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was very cool, and he also did Final Crisis. So
Oh,
I ended up
yeah.
getting my thing signed for his work in Final Crisis, and he was passing out a free comic for people to get signed. So we have. Oh, and Adam Hughes signed my Catwoman cover.
Oh yes, this Catwoman cover, so which is really awesome.
Oh yeah. I got the Valentine's Day special, which was
Aw.
cool, and the guy that wrote Batgirl Dreamer by Fox, he signed it on the inside cover, which was kind of cool. I didn't rip out the Valentines.
Oh, they have Valentines.
They had Valentines in it.
That's
I figured, I don't know, I feel weird.
Oh, it's a Swamp Thing
Little
Valentine.
Swamp Thing, daw. But yeah, he wrote he did the thing about Batgirl and Dreamer, and basically it was about her and Ricky from like the first one. Yeah, so that was kind of cute. She shouldn't be with Dick Grayson anyway. So the second day, he was with an assistant that I think she was cosplaying as Death, but if she wasn't, then she was just dressed awesome.
Oh, okay.
Like Death from Sandman, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
So, but yeah, he was really nice.
Yeah, he was really cool. We walked up to him the first day, and he was, he was kind of quiet and shy. Like there was nobody else in line for him, which was really awesome. We got to talk to him for a little bit about Pandora and how he did a lot of research into old mythology to get her character.
Yeah. And Finding Gossamer was there.
Yay!
Yeah, they were right next to Stuff of Legend.
Yeah, so they were there too.
Yep. So that was very cool. The green team guys.
They were really awesome. Okay, so we were, they were over in more of the kids section. So they were there and they signed they signed Brooke's Green Team issues, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And what was funny about talking to them is at one point they're like, oh, one of the characters is about to go through like a really big crisis or like a big development, and then he almost gave it away.
Yeah, he was like,
wait, which issue just came out? And Brooke goes, 4, and he's like, never mind, sorry, I forgot to mention that.
It was also neat because the way they dressed was awesome. Like, they had all sorts of different bright colors on. They're total kid artists. And so it's cute that they got into the green team. And we had talked before in our little review about how we had like a Batmobile, and we're so confused. And after meeting them, I think it's a little bit more tongue-in-cheek.
It's more tongue-in-cheek. So if you, I don't know, I got a little discouraged during issue 2, but just keep plowing through. Issue 3 is better, and I think you said issue 4 is even better. So
yeah.
Stick with it. It's all tongue-in-cheek and goofy. So
yeah, so don't take it too seriously. Don't be like, if you face palm, it's okay.
You're supposed to.
You're supposed to face palm it. Ivan Reeves was there with Joe Prado. They worked on Brightest Day together. And they also were doing the Trinity War, which I hadn't realized, but I believe it's the first one and the last one for sure. I think their name is attributed to all 6 of them, but I asked them, oh, did you do Trinity War? Because I saw Ivan Reese on the inside. And they're like, yeah, we did the first one and the last one.
Yeah.
But I don't think they did the in-betweens. I could be wrong, but they said that they didn't do the in-between ones. So my brother also got Brian Bolin to sign his Killing Joke. Yeah,
That's
and
super cool.
and it was weird. They were doing a ticketing system this time for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fancy.
Yeah. So Brian Bolin had a ticketing system, so you had to get a ticket. And I don't know if it was just for Saturday or for Sunday, but you had to get a ticket. If you didn't get one, you technically weren't allowed to get it signed. But I went up to the guy and was like, my brother just wants one thing signed. Like, can we wait? So we ended up waiting in line after the time that he told us that we could. And then we were able to get stuff signed.
So there were a ton of people who work for DC and Marvel and other comic book publishing companies. But then, of course, there are a bunch of artists who come and sell their work. They also do commissions, I think some of them did.
Yeah.
But a lot of them just have a bunch of prints out.
I got these 3, which were very fun. We got Gotham City Sirens, which was pretty cool. I just had to get it. And then I also got Black Canary. It looks very awesome.
I love, for this guy's stuff, I like how he does the lighting, as you'll see in this one, and also Starfire.
Oh yeah, Starfire.
That's awesome. So like for her eyes and the glowing on her hands, it really looks like it's glowing, which is really cool.
Yeah.
From the same guys, I picked up a little marker drawing they did of Wonder Woman because I love her.
The new 52 her.
Yes, the new 52 Wonder Woman. But yeah, I was talking to the guy and he's like, "Oh, how do you like her costume? Like she's so much better now, isn't she?" And then I stopped by a guy named Michael Dooney, and he does kind of Victorian, more steampunk drawings of lots of the villains and heroes, all the female ones. So he had just a big binder of ones you could flip through. Some of them he had different poses, different costumes. That was really cool.
So I've been stalking this girl's shop forever on Etsy because she does some amazing DC comic stuff. And so I saw her booth as my brother and I were walking past, and we got really excited. And so this is one of them. This is Jason Todd.
Yay, Jason.
Yay! And so, and then I also got Impulse, just because he looks super awesome. I don't really follow the Flash series a ton, but I do love the Flash and all of them. And then I also got 3 out of the 4 Robins. I should probably go and get the 4th one so I can frame it, but you can tell who my favorites are. I had Jason right there, and then that's Damian, and then Dick Grayson, and those were all the Robins that I got. And then of course I got Roy and Corey. So super
Yay.
cute. Yeah. I even had this wood carving guy.
Oh my gosh, it was so cool. It was he had like little circle, I guess cross sections of trees, and he had done wood burning. So he had like a huge range of different stuff. He had like Disney princess ones, but then he also had Star Wars ones. He had, if you guys watch Firefly, he had a picture of Serenity. And then some of them he had colored very light, like more pale colors, like pastels on some of the woods.
So that was our adventures in Baltimore Comic Con for getting signatures and seeing the artists of our favorite series. We'll definitely be back next year.
Yep.
It'll be cool.
Definitely.
Well, thank you guys for tuning into the Siren Review. Keep on checking back with our channel. We're always going to try to post more stuff onto it. Subscribe.
Subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, so when we do post new stuff, you guys will be the first to know. So subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with us. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Okay, all right, I gotta go. Okay, bye.